It won't come just when you want it.
Hi, folks. Adam here in the car, heading to work. Happy day. I said day because I'm not sure what day I'm going to post this. But, yep, heading to work. Bit of news, got the Skyrim disc resurfaced. Over at Vintage Stock, they do it for a few bucks. They don't guarantee that it'll work, but I went over on my lunch break yesterday to get it resurfaced. Looking around, that place has just become a desolate wasteland. I mean, literally, when I first started going there, they had a wall of NES games. I mean, loose cart for the most part, but NES games, and like almost every single one of the Genesis games came in the clamshell and everything. It was like heaven compared to the way it is now, and it's just like, I swear I was there yesterday, and they maybe had 25 NES cards, maybe, and it was just, I don't know. I don't cry about stuff like that. I mean, literally cry, but it's the old adage where you're like, I could have cried, you know? So, I don't know. I sat there looking around, shaking my head, going, God, what happened to this place? And that used to be one of the best stores, the one here in Independence, and it's not anymore. I think the Blue Spring store is still the best, and I think they're crazy out there as far as some of the prices they've put up. Some of those crazy boxed NES and N64 games priced that were out there that I showed in the past year. So I don't know. It's reached a point with me that it's just not a factor anymore. I mean, I hadn't been there since the Labor Day sale, and before that I hadn't been there since the 4th of July sale. I basically have quit going unless they're having a sale to even go there. So, and part of it is they don't have anything. And to be honest, really, I don't really need anything. I mean, that's kind of the reason why you haven't seen a lot of video game content, is I don't know. Something happened, and I was just like, yeah, I don't need to be buying this, or it wasn't bringing the same excitement or whatever. And part of it is I have most everything that I want. Or wanted, my wish list type stuff. I mean, there's a few items, but some of them are either more expensive than I'm willing to pay, so I'll just wait patiently and hope I find one cheaper, or I just haven't really thought about it. I mean, it's mainly boxed NES games, and there's 3 or 4 of them, and I know they're going to cost me an arm and a leg. Contra, the first Contra, I have Super C complete in the box, but the first Contra, I have the game, I have like 2 or 3 of the cartridges, and I have like 1 set of instructions for it. I just don't have the box, and I never had the box, to be honest. So not having the box is not my fault. It's not like I intentionally threw it out or anything. I never threw out any of my NES game boxes. I'm looking for the traffic, sorry. But it looks like I can go after this dude. So I want that one, but I priced that one this week, actually, just for the hell of it. And I was seeing loose cart prices of $400. I mean, that's somebody that's pie in the sky, but $429 or something. I mean, the cheapest one I think I saw was like $20, and all of them are loose cart. All of them. I mean, like one of them that the dude wanted to charge over $100 for, I think he had the instructions with it. So, I mean, in order to get, I think there was one I saw that was new in box, which I'm not worried about getting it sealed, but they wanted like $400, and I'm just not willing to pay that. My radar goes off with boxed NES stuff around 40 or 50. I mean, if it's higher than that, I kind of give up. I'm just like, it's not worth it. But Contra, I'd like to get the first 2 Mega Mans. I have both carts loose, but I don't have them in the box. I know those will cost too. Maybe not 2 as much as 1, but still. And I'm trying to think, Super Mario Brothers, by itself in the black box. I really want a copy of that. I mean, I have a cart, of course, but I would love to have the complete copy in the box, the black box. I have Super Mario 2 and 3. I'm going to try to dig for a candy or something. I'm drying out here. I think I'm going to start coughing if I do that. But, ooh, cherry, nice. Sorry, ceiling shot. Because I'm trying to unwrap candy. There we go. So, I mean, really, you got to look online for stuff like that anyway. I mean, it's not. And I've never really went to garage sales, and I don't really like shopping online. It doesn't have the same thrill. But every time I go to these places, thrift stores, pawn shops, it's just all this gen or nothing. And it's just, I'm tired of that. And I'm just like, maybe I've got enough, except for buying newer titles that I want, maybe I've got enough. So you might not ever hear that, or I might renege it, but that is what I'm saying right now. So I don't know, so I was there, I was looking around, and then the dude came up with the disc, and he's like, oh, it looks like we got the scratches out. Of course, we can't guarantee that it'll play, but, it's only $3, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I've done this, I've got about a 75% success rate with y'all, and I said, it's no big deal, because Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare never worked, but Spider-Man for the Dreamcast did work, so... I think there was one other one I had resurfaced, and I can't think of what it was. It might have been a movie. I'm not really remembering very clearly. So, I started walking up to the counter with him, and he's like, you can continue to shop, salesman, not that they get paid on commission or anything, but, buy something in our store. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because they just don't have anything. I'm just like, whatever. And so I went up and paid and got a home. It worked. So delved back in a little bit to my Skyrim game. Level 53. Nord, a female. Proficient in one-handed and two-handed weaponry. I think my one-handed weaponry is at about 80 or so proficiency, and the two-handed's like 95. I'm chugging along. It kind of died out. My 100% are on my enchanting, smithing, and my speech. For some reason, my speech got really high on this game. Usually, I'm not very good at the speech stuff, but I think it's because it's tied into the selling stuff is why. Anyway, you know about Skyrim, so I'm not going to rehash that. So that'll consume my life again for a while. I actually got the copy of the PS3 game last night, also in the mail. I installed it with the DLC content because I don't have my console hooked up to online, and I never got the DLC for the 360. So I bought the Game of the Year edition. Plays about the same. Graphics side by side, I don't think there's no real difference. PS3 might be a little smoother on the texturing, but I don't know for sure. To me, it looked about the same. And I installed it, and I started another character on my other system. I think I'm going to try to do a battle type mage where I'm like using one-handed weapon and then like a staff, one-handed staff or something at the same time, and maybe use some more magic. but still have a decent sword arm. So I took an orc, so we'll see. I know orcs aren't very proficient in magic, but you know how that is if you've delved into Elder Scrolls. So anyway, I'm here. I'm not doing videos because I'm bored. Bored with my own self, I guess. I go on, I look at my subscriptions, and it's hard for me to find something that really piques my interest unless it's something obscure that people post. I think Mark Verheer posted videos of a balloon flying over his house and some sheep and stuff, and I was like looking at those. But I'm like, oh, you got 18 new rare games to your collection? Awesome. You know, I read the title and I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then I don't watch the video. I'm not pointing at anyone specifically. I'm just saying that's generic video title here in my parlance, in the parlance of our times. So I'm getting close to work. I think I'm going to sign off. I'll post some more shitty videos like this with me complaining about things and talking. And I'm going to try to do that PS2 collection. Big Bear 2G19's been waiting forever for it. So I think maybe it's about time to do it. And that's about it. So anyway, this video kind of petered out. I'm gonna leave. Check it out later if you want. Check it out now if you want. Just listen to it if you want. Shaky Car Cam, and we'll try to scrounge up the will to do video game videos. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.